Celebrating 30 years of phenomenal trend forecasting, 5 times a week, Monday through Friday. Here's Gerald Celente with today's trends in the news.
Hi, this is Gerald Celente. It's Thursday, April 4th, 2019, and here are some of today's trends in the news. Now, the markets aren't quite closed here in the United States, but they're up. That's right. Over there in Asia, everything's mixed. Same thing with Europe. On the oil front, down a little bit. Gold up a little bit. And Bitcoin down a little bit. Broke down below that 5,000 mark. So what's going on with the economy? Home prices hit a record here in the United States as higher-end listings dominate the spring market. So think about it. There's no inflation, I told you. There's none at all. We're keeping this inflation rate phony low so we don't have to pay people more money in benefits and Social Security. They're making this crap up because here you go. The median value of homes listed for sale in March, the median value, $300,000. How many people can afford that? Especially with the lousy jobs that they give you. You want to work for Amazon? Yeah, what is the average pay at the end of the year? About $28,000? How are you going to afford a home like this? The number of homes for sale that were listed above $750,000 increased 11%, while the number of entry-level homes priced at $200,000 or below fell 9%. You're seeing a lot of discrepancies going on. Of the nation's 50 largest metropolitan housing markets, St. Louis, Washington, and Oklahoma City saw the biggest annual drop in supply of homes listed for sale, down 19%, 14%, and 11% respectively. In the West Coast markets, San Jose, California, had 114% more listings than a year ago. Seattle, 77% more. San Francisco, 44% more. What's going to change it? Those low interest rates. That's right. Mortgage rates are going down, and we are forecasting Trump is going to push Powell, the Fed chair, to lower rates at least 2 more times this year. You're going to see mortgage rates below 4% because there's a global slowdown. Don't believe me? How about the International Mafia Federation? That imbeciles, morons, and jerks call the IMF, the International Monetary Fund. Here they go. This is Christine Lagarde. Oh, if only a woman was in charge. Oh, she is a woman. Only 2 years ago, 75% of the global economy experienced an upswing. For this year, we expect 70% of the global economy to experience a slowdown in growth. Hey, what are they going to do to juice the market? They got negative rates over there in Europe, over there in Japan as well. Things aren't so great over there in China, are they? Nope. More quantitative easing, monetary methadone to keep this thing popped up. Lagarde warned that, quote, should there be a sharper than expected tightening of financial conditions, it could create serious challenges for many governments and companies in terms of refinancing and debt service. Refinancing and debt service, all this cheap dough that they took on with these historically low interest rates, even here in the United States. They raised interest rates how many times? 9 since 2015. And we're at the grand total of 2.5, 2.50 overnight Fed rate. Historically low. But they can go lower, and they will. According to the World Trade Organization, trade has underperformed last year with growth of 3%, and they're expecting more modest growth in 2019 of just 2.6%. Global growth hopes take toll on dollar. The U.S. dollar fell against emerging market currencies as investors bet the economic outlook in China may be improving. Oh, that was yesterday in the Wall Street Journal. Today, the dollar's up. The dollar's up because the other economies are so strong. Period, paragraph. In all the world trade, the China yuan only accounts for about 3% on the Forex markets. News on top buyer helps copper. Copper prices rose Wednesday, boosted on hopes that the U.S. and China are moving closer to a trade deal. You know what that is.
Oh, come on now. That ain't even bullshit. That's horse shit.
Total horse shit. They keep using this trade deal crap when there's no trade war, nothing going on of any major significance. There's a global slowdown. That's why Ford aims to jumpstart China business. Ford Motor Company relaunched its China business with the promise of a new bevy of products after a reboot in late 2017 failed to arrest a sharp sales decline for the company in the world's largest auto market and other auto markets around the world because their cars aren't liked by a lot of people. And boy, the cars look all the same, nothing hot about them anymore. So anyway, it has nothing to do with trade. It has to do with the Chinese people not wanting to buy their car. And the Chinese people aren't buying a lot of cars because they had their worst year in car sales of the total year since the 1990s. Less dough having nothing to do with trade wars. And what's going to slow the economy down? I've been saying it over and over. Subscribe to the Trends Journal. You know it. We've been saying it. We put these broadcasts up once a week, but we do Trend Vision 2020 broadcasts every Monday through Thursday. And one Trends in the News. Rise in energy costs threatens stocks. Duh. No kidding. Hey, what was Wednesday's trend alert? You got it. What would stop the Trump bump in the equity markets? What would push him down? Higher oil prices. I mentioned oil prices came down a bit today. They're just below $70 a barrel for Brent crude. If it goes over $75 a barrel, this thing slows down. All right, on to some other news. I mentioned over here in New York, the clowns, the morons, the imbeciles, the lowlives that everybody loves because they votes them in all the time, called politicians, just put a tax on we the little people that every time we drive into New York City, we got to pay more money. That's right, over $11. And you know who pushed this? Uber emerges as a $2 million champion of push for New York congestion charge. That's right. Uber and Lyft paid off the politicians, these little low-life slime balls, men and women, we gotta be equal. They got over 80,000 cars they added in the last few years. They're the ones causing a lot of the congestion. They're not charging them more. No, only we the little people, because a bunch of slimy little low-life politicians get things called bribes and payoffs that imbeciles and morons call campaign contributions. Yeah, like that one that just came out with Andy Cuomo, a little arrogant boy of nothing, born on third base, thought he had a home run because his daddy was Mario, the governor. Yeah, $25,000 to have dinner with this jerk. I hope the food was good. Hey, if it was Trump, he would have brought in Big Macs. Italy ruling populist party takes on the central bank and its gold. That's right. The parties depict the central bank as a symbol of technocratic elite, aloof from the needs of ordinary Italians. Hundreds of thousands of Italian investors lost billions of dollars after several Italian banks failed, and they screwed them out of their money. But give the banks bailouts. Yep, the leader of the Brothers of Italy said, the gold belongs to the Italians, not to the bankers. You got it wrong, banksters. Oh, Celente, lower your voice. Don't become angry. Hey, talking about the banksters? If Jesus Christ, the Prince of Peace, could pick up a whip and drive him out of the temple, I could be angry. Washington, the Trump administration is preparing an economic relief package for Venezuela that would put United States dollars directly into the hands of the Venezuelans in the event that the government of President Nicolas Maduro falls. Or we should say is overthrown. Taking our money to give it to them. You can't make this up. Yes, you can, because that's all it is. It's a freak show. Quote, we have a lot of plans to revitalize the Venezuelan economy and to move very rapidly, said Larry Kudlow, Mr. Trump's economic advisor. You jerk. You arrogant piece of garbage. We have plans to revitalize their economy. Hey, Junior, why don't you revitalize our economy, asshole? Yeah. No, I can't be disrespectful of an asshole because an asshole has a very positive function where all the stuff coming out of Kudlow's mouth is nothing but shit. The arrogance. It would be a rescue plan. It would be a restructuring plan. $200 million. $200 million of our money to go into, you know, the gang. Because that's who will get the money. The arrogance of these people. Where is the outrage? None. It's America, the land of the cowards, because all you got to do is say anything, prove nothing, and you're guilty. Big story still going on in today's Wall Street Journal. Accuser of Biden stands her ground. Former state lawmaker says she felt compelled to speak out about incident with ex-vice president. That happened, what? In 2015. Oh, he breathed on the back of my hair, and then he kissed me. You know, I'm looking at this woman, man. Whew. I wouldn't be breathing down on the back of her neck and wanted to kiss her. But hey, everybody got their own standards. And again, she's a loser. Lucy Flores, the loser, has twice campaigned unsuccessfully for high-profile offices in Nevada. Yeah, that's right. Is Biden guilty? To me, on a 1 to 10, as I've said, I'd write Biden down to a -25, a slimy human being of nothing. But this is not journalism. Trends Journal is. We put down facts, not unfounded accusations, because the moronic media is still going on with the false accusations that's been going on now for 3 years that the Russians hacked into our electoral system when Hillary Clinton lost. Not putting in the facts that there was no evidence. Show us evidence. Nah, it's America. It's Puritan America. America Puritan 2.0, one of your top trends in your Trends Journal. Here we go. Teacher is fired over topless selfie. This woman, Lauren Miranda, who a little higher level than this other one, sent her boyfriend a selfie of herself topless. That's it. That's it. And a student got it. And they fired her. The court ruling focused on comments made by the superintendent in a meeting before Ms. Miranda was suspended. The claim said that he would recommend that she be dismissed because she was no longer a proper role model for the students. You know what that is.
Warning, warning, bullshit alert.
What's a proper role model? She sent this privately. Somebody got it. Oh, you know what a private role model is? Let's go to war. Salute the troops. Love the militarized police. That's the role model in America. Sex, love. Woof. When I was a young man, it was peace and love. And now it's hate and war. This is Gerald Celente, and that's some of today's trends in the news.